given what you've seen, and I'm going to do, this is your vote. I'm going to do whatever I am told to do by my fellow bug farmers. You're making the call. Hey bug farmers, welcome to Bug Farmer Beekeeping, where we dive into the world of apiculture, beekeeping, and bees every week. This is the place to share laughs, explore bees, and learn together, all without taking ourselves too seriously. To join our buzzing community, it's easy and it's free. Just hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, and let's cultivate beekeeping knowledge and fun together. Now, let's get into the bees. All right, fellas and fellettes. Now, today is test day. Now, I might be blowing your ears out. I'm not sure. I have finally solved my microphone problem, I think. Now, I've got a lav mic, one of those DJI lav mics underneath my veil here. So I hope that you can hear me now. I hope I'm not projecting. I try to project a lot because in the past I've used a shotgun mic and it's usually about 4 or 5 feet away from me. And I want to make sure that I can get clear audio to you when I'm inside the hives. Today, I don't know how loud I'm supposed to talk, and I've got the mic, it's right here, so we're going to find out. Anyways, the goal today, it is 4th of July for me. I don't know what it is for you, maybe that was probably last week or the week before, but it's 4th of July for me. It's 86 degrees outside, about 98% humidity, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning, so we've got to get our work cut out for us so that I can get some burgers on the grill and enjoy the holiday with my family. We are going to be going through the Army bee barn today. We're going to find out if that pollen patty that we gave them helped them and see if they have a queen, some brood, anything going on in there. We may just have to let that one die out. I'm not going to be robbing from Peter to pay Paul to save that hive. If there's no queen, I might take the bees out of that bee barn and put them in another bee barn. I don't know yet. We're going to figure it out. And then we're probably going to go through the 2 Vivor hives, the 2 hives that have the windows in them, to see if the resource nukes that I put into each one of those hives have survived. Now I do see traffic on the front, so everything looks right with the world. It's not as heavy as the traffic on some of the other hives, and the beard that they get a little mustache. They don't really get a beard, which tells me that either they're not really hot in that box, or they just don't have enough population to really make a full-on beard. So we're gonna find out. Anyways, let me get my smoker lid, my gloves on, and we're gonna get started. All right, girls, let's see what we got here. See what we got. Now, I did bring the Beetle Sucker 5000, just in case we have a rash of hive beetles because of the pollen patty that I gave them. Hello, ladies. Hello. We do have some girls up here in this box. So far, they don't seem angry, but I can tell you there's not a lot happening in this box. There wasn't last time either. Here we go. All right. The pollen patty looks like it hasn't barely been touched. What do we have happening here, ladies? Okay, it's been 2 weeks and they've done barely nothing to it, which tells me they don't have a queen. They don't need pollen. All right, fellas and fellettes, this is the moment of truth. Will this hive survive? Now, just in case you're wondering, this sugar syrup does not have any lemongrass oil or anything in it to give it a scent, because I don't want to kick off a robbing situation. But it does help keep the bees occupied while I'm digging through their hive. All right, here we go. Will we find a queen today? Or is this hive on its way out? I mean, I just want to see some brood. A queen, some brood, some eggs. I'll take any of the above. We're going to have a thorough look through here, because again, we may just combine these girls with another hive. See, this brood was there last time. I'm not sure that brood's any good, but we're gonna have a look for the queen anyways. Do I see any eggs in there? No eggs at all on this frame. Yeah, all right. We're gonna think positive here. We're going to think positive. There is a queen. She is beautiful. She has laid up the very last frame in here. That's what we're going to say. Okay, here we go. We have no queen here. We have a bunch of girls eating the capped honey. On the back, we've got much of the same. We have bees eating, but we do not have a queen. Let's look for brood. For eggs. Oh, wait a second. I see a larva. I see 1, 2, very sparse, very sparse. It may be a laying worker. I mean, I see 2. Maybe they're old. No, there's a larva on the back. There's 2, 3 larvas on the back. Okay, so somebody is laying in here. But let me tell you, if it's a queen, she is way defunct. Way defunct. And what are these girls doing right here? What is this? Are we eating? Or they're all on the honey? It's almost like it's being robbed out in slow motion. This hive is being robbed out in slow motion. All right. Let's see. Do we have a queen? You know, I said I wasn't going to rob Peter to pay Paul. But man, I tell you what, if I find a queen in here, I will pinch her, and we will take a frame of eggs from another hive. Okay, I'll let you look on that side. I'll look on this side, and then we'll switch it up. Let's see here. On this side, I see no queen. At all. Okay, we're going to flip it over, let you have a look. And I see girls just getting the honey. Oh wait, what was that? No. Nope, not a queen. The big Zilcho. Zilcherino. This hive is doomed, fellas. It's doomed. There is nothing happening here. Let's give them a little bit more sugar. And I'll give you something to lick. There you go. Hear the cicadas going? I don't know whether can you hear the cicadas? Now, I've got a mic up here, and it's probably still picking me up, and we're going to pick whichever mic does the best job. I'm hoping that this lav mic that I'm wearing is the solution. All right, here we go. Let me have a look before I set it down. Let me look here. I see a couple of pieces of larva in there, but it looks defunct. This hive is done. I mean, it's just done. I see some more larvae here. Maybe I had a bee just land on my veil. Thinks it's going to get me. Okay, I see some eggs in here, but they're no good. I don't think they're any good. I wish there was a way I could show you. There's no way the camera's going to pick it up. It is not good. This hive is in bad shape, people. I mean, could you imagine? That's all the pollen patty they ate. The hive beetles aren't here. That's all they ate in 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks, and they've eaten nothing on the pollen patty. It's like they don't even want it. It's like this hive gave up. Let's have a look here. Tell me what you see. You look for the queen first. You look for her, then I'll look for her. I'll look on the back here. I hope that I can enhance. There's a girl with pollen on her feet. I'll try to enhance the exposure because I know I can look in the camera and see that this frame is dark. We will try to enhance the exposure so that you can see it. I'll enhance it and zoom in. That's the plan. All right, on this side I have nothing. I mean, I have a couple of capped brood cells, and I see a little bit of larva in here, and a couple of eggs. Well, I see eggs like on the side of the cell. Chances are it's a laying worker that is trying to take over this hive. Have a look on this side. Chances are we have a laying worker happening right here. I don't see a queen or anything resembling a queen, and on this side we have eggs, but again they're on the side. I don't see any doubles, which is usually what you would see when you have a laying worker. I mean, these eggs are not placed in the bottom of the cell. Some of them are on the side. It's just not good. It's not good, and there's no queen right there. Okay. I think this hive is toast, baby. I really hate to let it run down, but there is. Okay, there's a lady who's got her guts ripped out. She tried to sting. Sorry. You can't get through the bug farmer's armor. You can't get through my suit. It's not doable. It's an undoable thing. Okay, we have no queen here. 2 frames left, and then we're going to say that this hive is toast. And again, what do I do? What do I do? Do I try to divide the bees up amongst another hive? Do I try to give them a frame of eggs from another hive? I mean, ideally, that's what one would do. Oh, I see a hive beetle. See one. I do have the Beetle Sucker 5000, but for one hive beetle, I'm not going to break it out. One hive beetle I can handle on my own. Okay, we have sparse eggs on this side. But there again, this is not a queen laying these eggs. This has got to be a worker. They're just not. They're not put into the bottom of the cell. They're not all the way at the bottom. Some of them are on the side. Some are on the side like this. Some of them are on the bottom. I haven't seen any double eggs in a cell yet. And that, when you see that, you either have a virgin queen who's just figuring it out, or you've got a laying worker. I'm pretty sure that there's a laying worker in this hive. There we go. There's a bunch of nothing. No queen. Yeah, this is the big zilch. Well, folks, the army hive is done. It's toast. There is no queen in this hive. So one thing I am going to do is I think I'm going to rob that pollen patty and give it to somebody else. Although they're on it, they're just not eating it. All right, so here's the thing. Here's the situation. Fellas and fellettes, you have seen this hive. You've seen everything there is to see about it. I mean, we didn't go through this medium super on top, but I promise you there's nothing worth seeing in here. I'll pull out a frame to show you. This is, I'll pull out a couple of frames. There's nothing going on here. Nothing at all. Certainly not a queen up here laying. There's just a big zilch happening here. All right, so here's the thing. You have seen everything there is to see about this hive. Given what you've seen, and I'm going to do, this is your vote. I'm going to do whatever I am told to do by my fellow bug farmers. You're making the call. What should I do here? Should I add brood from another bee barn, which I can do, but there's somebody laying in there and it's not a queen. We know there's no queen. We just looked. There's no queen in this box. And like I said, the eggs are there it's a laying worker situation. But the population in this hive is low, so no queen, sparse brood that is probably drones. No queen. They've got honey, but they're starting to eat the honey. It's starting to go away. And then we have a pollen patty that they're not really touching. So, should I add brood and food? Should I buy a queen and put a queen in here? Should I take some frames from some other bee barns and try to give them what they need to make a queen? Will they do that, given the fact they have a laying worker in there? So there is a pheromone in there. It's a crappy pheromone. It's generic, right? Dollar store pheromone. We want to give them Kmart or Walmart. Kmart. I mean, is Kmart even a thing anymore? So you tell me in the comments what you want to do, and maybe there's other options that I'm not aware of. You tell me, and that's what we're going to do. This hive is now your project, and we can shake the bees out, button the hive up, and take it back up to the shop. That's all part of the plan too, or we can move another colony from back on the back bench up into this bee barn. That's something else we can do. So you tell me. Now we're going to go over here to the two-windowed beevor hives, the one that I showed in the video, and we are going to see how the resource hive girls are doing in there. All right, here we go. So today I am going to be removing the bees. I think the girls know where their house is now. We'll get rid of that. We will get rid of this. Move the brick. Now both of these hives had a queen when I moved them over here. You didn't see me move them over here, but you were aware of the video that I did. When I did the back bench, I said I was going to move them over here. I did. It happened. All right, let's see here. First one we're going to get into is this one. Hello. 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 Oh, there's a population in here. These two frames have nothing. We'll go ahead and remove those two just to give us room to work. And that should negate the need to use the frame holder. All right. Now that I'm pretty confident, about 98.5672% confident that this mic is working, what do you think of the new mic? For all I know, it's making my voice sound funny. I won't find out until I start editing. And then by that time, it's too late. The ship has sailed. We have no queen on there. I didn't suspect that we would. And that's okay. We don't need a queen on there. Now, we're about to get into the meat. About to get into the meat of the situation here. Have some sugar syrup, ladies. There you go. Let me in. Let me in. And if I see a queen that is not painted in here, we will paint her. I want to make sure all my queens are painted before we go into the fall. We have eggs. We have eggs everywhere here, fully loaded, completely laid with eggs. Wow. That is beautiful. Unlike what I saw on the other hive, this queen is doing a good job. She's killing it, knocking it out of the park. I don't see her on this frame though. Let's flip it over, see if she's here. I'll let you see what I see here. Oh, there she is. She's right there in the middle of the frame. You'll spot her. You'll point her out. I'll put a queen circle around her. Let's go ahead and set her down right here. I'm going to get out the cage. And we're going to chase the queen back this way. We got her. Maybe some of the other bees will get out of there. Okay, I drew a small heart on her back. There we go. Set you right there. Beautiful. Okay, this I feel like is a win. This is a very robust hive. We'll let her dry off for a second. Make sure she can't get out the front. I don't think she can. Let's see here. Okay, we have some nice brood there. Fully loaded with eggs. And everything that does not have a cap on it has an egg in it. So she's relaying, which means this queen is doing exactly what I want her to do. Beautiful. Let's have another gander here. One more frame. Let's see here. Oh, that's nice. That is lovely. I know you can't see it very well. It's in the shade. I'm going to try to turn up the exposure on it for you. Sometimes the sun doesn't cooperate, especially when I shoot early morning videos, but unfortunately in the summer, it's really the only time I can do it because whew, it gets so hot in the afternoon. I mean, right now I've got sweat pouring down me and it's 9 o'clock in the morning. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and put this back together, release the queen, and we're going to get into the other hive. Let's go ahead and let her go. Come on out. We know she's in there. We know she's beautiful. There you go. That hive is doing wondrous. Oh, I should probably go get them that pollen patty just to give it to them. But we're going to leave that pollen patty there for you to decide. That's not my call. am not taking responsibility for the failure of the army bee barn. Actually, I am, but you're going to try to help me save myself from myself. Hello, ladies. Okay, propolised, still gooey. What do we have here? Okay, we have a cocoon on the back of it. You don't get to stay. Little spider cocoon. Okay, this hive here doesn't appear to be doing as good as the other one. This one I've got basically one frame right here in the middle. Let's hope that this one's not failing. Maybe we can combine this one with the army bee barn. Nothing happening there at all. Big zilcheroni. All right, here we go. Let's see what we have on this frame. We have some brood. We have some bees. Let's see if we can find a queen on there. I'll move that up there so you can see it. You see a queen on there? I'm looking too. Let me check the back. There's nothing going on the back of this frame. Big zilcheroni. Okay, let's see if I can see a queen on the front here. Do I see any more eggs? I do not see eggs on this frame. Hey, that's okay. I don't need to see eggs on this frame. I need to see a queen on this frame. We may end up taking a frame or two out of this hive because this hive is strong enough to save for sure. If I can get some brood or some eggs from that hive there and put them in here, life will be good. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, we have no sun. We have eggs on this one. Okay, so we have an active queen. She's just not producing a lot. Maybe it's because they don't have a lot of food. Okay, we have eggs all over this frame. See if you can find the queen. I'm going to look too at the same time. So I'm not going to give you a very good angle on it, but we can look together. My guess is she's on this frame. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give these girls a bucket of sugar syrup and a pollen patty. I think that's what they're going to get. All right, let's look at the other side here really quick. This is the other side. Have a gander. I'll look too. Remember, we're looking for the queen. Guessing she might be up here. No. Okay, we're going to put this down. We're going to go to the next frame. And this is the last Big Daddy frame in here. I mean, there's a couple of other frames in here, but they're all light. These girls have no food. Okay, do you see a queen on there? Do we see a queen? I don't see one. And there are no eggs on this frame. I'm thinking that we already missed the queen. No eggs on the back of the frame either. They have a little bit of nectar in there, but not a lot. These girls need food. I'm going to say that right now. They need food. I checkerboarded some empty frames in here. I think I'm going to uncheckerboard it. I'm going to give them drawn out frames that the queen can actually lay on, and they can store some food. And I'm going to make them a nice 2-gallon bucket of sugar syrup. That way they have plenty to feed their colony. Oh yeah. There's the big zilch. Okay, I have seen evidence of a queen. I have not seen the queen, and I don't really need to. I know she's in there, but these girls need some They need some food. They could probably use some bees out of that hive, but I'm not going to do that yet. We're going to go ahead and give them some food. And a pollen patty, but I've got to run up to the house to get that. So let's go ahead and close this up. We know that we have a queen right there. All right, so that's that. That's the end of this video. Well, we're here. I have that bee castle hive right there. Do you want to go through one more? I mean, I just got to turn my cameras. I'm not sweating to death yet, so let's hit one more hive, and then I'm going to sign off, go up there, get a 1 or 2 gallon pail of sugar syrup for these girls and a pollen patty. They've got a queen. That's what they need. That should get them going, and all will be right with the world. Let's go through this hive really quick on the corner. All right, let's do it. Hello, ladies. They're happy. Let's give you something to do. Okay, no queen on there. I don't know what their food situation is like here. Make sure we don't have a queen on the back here. That has happened before. All right, let's go through the top box first and see what we can see. Now, if I can find a frame in here down at the bottom that is loaded with food, I will take that and put it in that other hive instead of doing sugar water. I've tried my best to not have to do feeding during dearth this year, because let me tell you, sugar's expensive. Heck, you want to know what else is expensive? Let me tell you this. This chaps my butt. So my wife went out and I asked her to pick me up a pack of t-shirts. Just a pack of t-shirts, a 6-pack of t-shirts. Anybody have a guess as to how much a 6-pack of t-shirts costs? Just Hanes, not Pierre Cardin or anything like that. Hanes, normal Hanes t-shirts, a 6-pack. Anybody got a guess? You can leave it in the comments, but I'm going to tell you anyways. But it chapped my butt. My wife brought them home. Of course, I asked her to turn around and take them back. Well, not turn around, but the next time she goes to that store to return them and get our $50 back. $47. It was $47. $47 for a pack of t-shirts. I mean, what planet are we living on? That's obscene. So I said, take them back. I don't need t-shirts that bad. I'm the kind of guy who likes to wear just white t-shirts. I'm wearing one right now. Around the house on the weekends and down in my shop. My wife always says I'm just running around in my underwear, but that's how I'm comfortable. I grew up in Ohio. I grew up in jeans and t-shirts, and you know, like I said before on this channel, if Fonzie can do it, I can do it. But it's almost getting too expensive to do. I'm probably going to have to switch over to those wife beaters that don't have sleeves. Maybe those are cheaper. Less fabric. I don't know. All I know is it's crazy. T-shirts should not be $47 per pack. That's obscene. Just keep telling myself all we have to do is wait 6 more months. 6 more months and maybe things can return to normal. You could take that however you want to take it. But I'll tell you what, these prices are stupid. You know, when our grocery bill for a family of 4 has gone up and you've got to work hard to keep it under $350 a week, that's a problem. I mean, that's just nuts. We used to think $200 a week was an expensive grocery bill, you know, and that's just my wife and myself and 2 kids. But it's just crazy. I saw this thing, I don't know who it was, some guy, some kid. He was on I guess he was on TikTok or Instagram. Anyways, he was showing his shopping cart. He lives alone, is 20 something, 23, 24, just a young guy. And he showed his I guess he's got to be at least 24 if he was on his own when he was 20. Or maybe he was on his own when he was 18. Very few kids these days were on their own when they were 18. I was, but very few today are. So he had his shopping cart loaded on his, I guess it was his Amazon cart or his Walmart cart from 4 years ago. And it was, he said this was a month's worth of shopping for him. It was like $129. And then he saw this button that said order again. And he thought, hey, I'm going to hit the order again button to see how much the price of these same groceries that I bought 3 years ago or 4 years ago were $129. How much are they today? $429. $429. It's obscene. I mean, it's crazy. Just crazy. Nutty, man. All right, well, we're going to quit griping about it. Well, you know what? I have one more gripe. We're going to make this hive is going to be the gripe hive. I'm going to gripe. I don't see a queen. I see a nice frame of honey there. They're just capping honey up here. This is just a food box. So I asked my wife to get me some dandruff shampoo. And I've used Head and Shoulders and Seltz Blue in the past. But I haven't used Seltz Blue in years, right? So I had the wife, I said, yeah, pick me up some Seltz Blue. I remember that used to tingle and it felt like it was doing something. I mean, you know, I got black hair. Well, it's gray now. Dandruff kind of hides in there now. But, you know, when the season's changing, you get an itchy scalp. So on and so forth. Anyways, now this is going to make sense to about half of the audience. Well, probably more because most of you watching out there are guys. So this is kind of a gripe for men. Anyways, I bought some Seltz Blue, or my wife brought me home some Seltz Blue. You know, I'm all happy. I'm sitting in the tub and I'm about ready to put the old Seltz Blue in the hair, and I crack the lid and I dump it in my hand, and it's green. I mean, it's not only is it green, right? It's not grass green. It's not a pretty green. It looks like toxic sludge green, almost black. I mean, it was just gross. But it gets worse. So then I put it in my hair, and I'm rubbing in there. Now it turned kind of blue in my hair. That's okay. But the smell, they changed the smell, the chemical makeup of it. Does anybody want to take a guess at what the Seltz Blue smelled like? And only guys are going to be able to answer this question. Women, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to answer the question. Not because you're not smart, it's because you have not been exposed to this. Men, name something that you would know about that a woman wouldn't, that would be the last thing in the world that you would want to put in your hair. I'm going to give you a few seconds here while I look at this next frame. You think about it. Shout it out in the comments. Maybe we should make this like a contest. No, because then somebody will go out and buy a bottle of Seltz Blue, and then they'll know. I don't want anybody buying Seltz Blue after this. That's what I'm trying to get to. All right, let's see what these girls are doing in this frame. More honey, solid honey. Yeah, there's not going to be a queen up in this box. We are going to go down one. All right, are you ready for this? The answer is, after I put it in my hair, swished it around, the green turned to a nice light cloud blue. I mean, it was okay. The color turned nice. I don't know how they did the color shift from green to blue, but it might have something to do with the chemical that they put in the Seltz Blue. It smelled. Are you ready for this? Hey, B. Hey, I'm your friend. It smelled like a urinal mint. Now, women, you don't know what a urinal mint is, but I'm going to tell you. It looks like a giant mint. It's about I don't know, 4 inches around, about an inch thick. They used to throw them in urinals. Like if you go to a bar or something, there's a urinal mint in there so that all the, doesn't smell bad, and keeps you a fresh bathroom. But it's a very unique and distinguishable smell, and that is what Seltz Blue smells like. I think they're using the same chemical that they use in a toilet mint, and they're putting it in your shampoo for you to put it in your hair. Now, are they doing this intentionally? They might be laughing about it, because very few places use urinal mints anymore. They use just the rubber thing that's kind of a disinfectant. But there you go, and there you have it. Who knew when we started this video that we'd be talking about urinal mints? I mean, come on. Oh, bees. Don't get me. I just knifed them. Don't get me. There you go. Let me give you girls a spritz. There you go. All right, so now we need to look for eggs. And again, if I can find one frame of honey down here in the deep, I'm probably going to give it to that hive. Save myself some money. That's where we started, saving money on sugar. That's why I'm trying not to feed the girls right now. I could probably go over and harvest. We're going to get through this hive, I promise. I could probably go over and harvest the honey from the farm again and probably get another 500 pounds. I've got that much honey over there since harvest. Now, am I going to take it? No, I'm not. I want those girls. I mean, if I sell more honey than I have, and I need to get some more honey, I know where I can get it. And that's the only way I'll sell it or get it, is if I have to sell, if I run out of honey. And I just bottled 576 pounds the other day. So I just bottled a lot of honey. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Now I'm probably going to do a video where I go over there and I equalize the hives. I'm going to find out how much honey is in each hive and then divide it amongst all the hives. I might do that because some girls have more than others, and you know, hey, that's okay, but I don't want to spend money on sugar, so I'm going to go ahead and do the big equalize. Just going to look for some brood or the queen, and we know she's in here. By the way, this hive it's calm and it's packed. So we are going to run across the queen in here. There's a couple of frames with nothing on them. And hey, that's okay, because they have the resources to draw those out if they want. The only thing is they need some really thin sugar syrup in order to draw out those frames. They need some like 3 to 1, 3 parts water to 1 part sugar. Really thin. It's got a mimic nectar. Oh, that's a heavy frame. That might be all food. Let's see what we see here. Okay, that is food and brood. There you go. You see a queen? I see a, what are they doing? Is that a queen cell? What? I don't know what that is. I'm getting that out of there. Keep your eyes peeled for a queen. I don't see her in there, but we do have some brood right there. I was going to film yesterday when I got off of work, but there was a serious wind, and that's the whole reason behind this mic, but I didn't want to come out and have a big fail. I want to give it a fair shot, so we're going to start off easy. Make sure I get dialed in on how to use this thing, and then we'll do a windy day and see what happens. I was talking to Brian from Castle Hives. He told me to put it inside the veil, so I did. He called me on the phone the other day, and we had a good conversation. He's kind of having a tough time up there in Ohio this year. From what I understand, they're not getting a lot of rain, which will definitely impede your nectar flow. Okay, I do not see a queen on this frame, but that is a nice frame. Let me let you have a look at it. Maybe you can see a queen on there. Have a gander. Then we'll do the other side. Yeah, right. I don't see one. I see some pollen on that girl's feet. It's always good. I've got banana all over me now. I must have just found the frame with the queen on it. Was this the one I was on, or is this the one I was just trying to pull out when the bees went crazy? Okay, this is the one okay, look at that. That is a nice frame of brood. You see the queen on there anywhere? I do not. Let me go ahead and give the old flipperoni here. The flipperama. We have some queen cups with nothing going on in them. Go ahead and leave them. All right, what do we have? What do we have? We have no queen on there, but we know there's a queen in this hive. So let's give them some more smoke and some more sugar, because they're getting angry. Hey, 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 hey. You're gonna have to get back in there because I'm about to put your medium back on you. There you go. Calm down. Calm down. Notice how calm they all got? Like, man, we just got some manna from heaven. All right. Don't be licking up there because you're about to get put back on there. Whammo. Blammo slammo. You are queen right. We didn't find the queen in there. Now, you may have seen her. I didn't see her, but I mean, she's in there. Come on. All right, well, there you go, the end of another adventure. Now, I tell you what, we managed to accomplish our goals today, and I didn't like what I saw inside the Army bee barn. It's not the best thing in the world. and I am not going to try to fix it. I'm going to let you try to fix it. So I want you to leave in the comments what it is that you would do. And I tell you what, whoever gets the most likes on their comment or their suggestion, that's what we're going to carry out the next time that we are in this bee yard. And they don't look like they have much time, so you better come up with something quick. Anyways, we did manage to get through that hive. You're going to solve that problem. The resource hives back there, they look okay. The one on the right, it needs some food and some sugar syrup. I'm going to give them that as soon as we're done filming this video. And the girls on the corner, they are very, very strong. My first cutout is doing fantastically. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of their angry bees up here still trying to get me. So we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you have something to say, by all means, please comment. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, take a moment, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to be notified of my new content. I do try to drop a video every Friday. We try to keep it light and have fun. So with all that said, be happy. And I will see you next week. Take care.